What's up guys? So today I'm going to be adding the air vents to the car. My tips to you guys, I suggest you plan ahead and actually like plan out how you want to do it, do your research, see if you want to go with vents or grill or ducting. So yeah guys, so initially I did not plan this. I kind of just went along with it, and unfortunately I ended up with the oil fitting from the turbo. I welded it onto the oil pan, and I legit put it just in the middle that I couldn't fit like any full exhaust. And this is my daily, so I had to make it like functional. So I guess last resort I ended up cutting a hole here, and I didn't want to just have like a circle, so I ended up cutting this trapezoid. I believe that's a trapezoid or rhombus, and I didn't want to just have one, so I went ahead and cut the other one over here. And then my thoughts were of kind of replicating the Mugen RR, but those I believe actually have a little more towards the edge. Reason being, I say plan ahead. I mean, I just kind of just sent it and just cut a big chunk. Ideally you can cut like strips, like actually plan them out, cut maybe like the corners, and then right here, then you can actually bend it in. That way you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, however many slips you want. That way you don't really have to spend on air vents. So my friend actually 3D printed some of these right here, and well, ideally they are a little bigger, but in a way that's good, because that way I actually have more to kind of like mess with. So I mean, I'm gonna trim out a little more just to kind of clear that last louver or whatever vent right here, so that way it has like more surface area to mount. But just stepping back, I think it's gonna look good. As you can see, that thing took a giant hit. Well, it was revving there for a while, and then I moved the exhaust to here, and then all those pops and combustion, and kind of just toasted my my hood over there. Pretty much this is the area that you want to be in, so this is like your sweet spot. I mean, it is a pretty big area, but it's up to you. I mean, how you want to do it. I mean, if you want to go all the way to the edge and kind of like replicate the Mugen ones, I mean, that's up to you. But I just didn't want to like sacrifice like the reinforcement and integrity of the hood. Yeah, I mean, there's different ways of doing it. You can ask like mesh grill, which I kind of thought about, but just in case it would rain, I mean, that would just be like a kind of vulnerable. So I'm going with the vents. So I want to say I was like about an inch from each corner. So I mean, there's different ways of doing it. Buy the vents first, mock them up right here, do your markings and cut. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be using a Permatex adhesive sealant, black silicone. It's a gasket maker, so you want to make sure, well, if it's high temp the better, that way you don't run chances of it like kind of like softening with the heat. This is the vent, but I guess right now what I'm gonna do is I'm putting tape around, because I don't want to mark. Even though like the wrap is gonna come off, I just don't want to like have it all like scribbled. Maybe once I actually get the wrap, I'll probably like mess with it, like maybe draw a mustache or something. But now I'm marking, doing like an outline with tape. I'll probably do the one on the other side, and then we'll remove the vent. And then you see all this area, I'll try to trim. Well, I got to trim a little more higher to fit the last two vent thingies, and I want to make sure I have, as you can see, that one's kind of close. I want to make sure I have like a surface area, and make sure that surface area is like bare metal, or at least paint, but bare metal would be best. So at this point, you might step back, maybe bust out a tape measure, and kind of see if your holes are kind of symmetrical. But since I already have the pretty much like the big holes done, I pretty much just gotta trim. But I'm pretty happy with like how they look. They seem to be almost dead on. So I'm just gonna trim the little extra piece I need on the corners, and then I'll get cracking with removing the wrap. And so after like 2 months, I finally washed the car Friday, and I guess I'm gonna have to wash it again. But yeah, I ended up using that wire brush, or that wire brush wheel, and it actually made it pretty smooth. I mean, it exposed most of it. And then I grabbed the sanding disc wheel, I guess, and I try to make the edges a little smooth. Even though I couldn't really get to there because I lost the actual locking nut or locking thing, and I just added a nut right there, and it's bulky. But that's gonna do it. I mean, no one's gonna be here and potentially cut their arm off. What they do, well, what the heck are they doing in my engine bay? Alright guys, by no means am I a professional, but well, this shit doesn't want to stay snug. Alright, so I'll probably do a seam here. And so actually, I'm staying away from the gasket maker. That shit's pretty messy. But I'm just resorting to the good old 3M double-sided tape. And I mean, I just barely put that on without any heat. And that shit held up pretty good. So I'm just adding a little bit more heat, just so it kind of cures in or whatever. The only thing I wasn't really planning on going with 3M tape is because the hood's gonna get warm, so I don't want the adhesive to be kind of like going soft every so often. But I'm sure after a while, if I heat it up pretty good, it should kind of mold and kind of retain its memory. Okay, guys, so unfortunately it is not 100%, but there you have it. I did end up using the double-sided tape. So this one's dead on, but this one unfortunately does have a minor gap on the back. I'm not sure why, but something I did notice, like you can see, well, that gray around the vent, it's it's the actual vent. So since I do need to fill in the gas cap, on this side, you gotta fill that little hole. When I do body work, I'll probably actually fiberglass these things in. That way they're like really secure. And one thing I noticed, it's that this side, the one that's kind of flimsy, does sit pretty damn close to the turbo. So I might have to actually like fiberglass the shit out of like the bottom, that way it's reinforced. But I mean, I'll try it. If not, I'll probably make a mold. That way I do have another one and can just make it thicker, maybe add some metal in between. Yeah guys, you guys have it. I guess it's not really a DIY, but it's kind of gives you an idea of how or what to expect if you were to cut your hood and want to install some vents. But yeah guys, I'm gonna end this video here. if I do end up messing with the fiberglass underneath, like I said, I'll update you guys on the video. So if you guys have any questions, or you'd like me to go in depth in something, message me, or I'll probably try to do a video if it's something I haven't done. But pretty nice outside, so I'll probably stop working on the car, maybe go for a quick wash and just enjoy the rest of the day. But yeah guys, stay wicked.